What's up, guys? Welcome back to What If Naruto Was Raised by Forest Clan, Part 5. Now, I want to tell you something about this part. It is more in Konoha affairs at the beginning of this part than anything. But, kind of like near the end of the part, I want to say, is when we check up on Naruto, you feel me? So, yeah, and we're also time skipping, jumping to part 1. So, to where Naruto was 13 years old. And Naruto is so Shima is the same age as Naruto, just to make it consistent. So, Shima is 13 as well. 12, whenever Naruto part 1 happened. I think he was 12, 13 before he left. So, whatever. But yeah, and also one more thing I want to say. Thank you guys for 31 subscribers. And you may be thinking, oh, 31? That's not a lot. Yeah, I know. But still, thank you for 31 subscribers. Shoot, at this point, we on our way to half 150 subscribers. And if we hit 100 subscribers, that would be awesome. But I just want to thank y'all for the 31 that we have now. The tiny family that we have, 31 relatives. But yeah, I just want to thank y'all for that. And one more thing, as I should say, hit the like and subscribe button. And with all that being said, let's get into it. Okay. The Hidden Leaf Village has been very silent in nation affairs since they lost Naruto. A small portion of the idiotic villagers are happy that Naruto is gone, but the smart ones that knew how much of an asset Naruto was are devastated. And lastly, there are those who are worried about Naruto for Naruto not because of the fox, but due to the fact that Naruto was just a child, out on his own with a girl he had never met. Hinata is still in love with Naruto as always, and she believes that Naruto will come back to the village. Hiruzen, on the other hand, is devastated, mostly because he failed his village, and partially because he failed Minato. In the Hokage's office, Kakashi is talking to Hiruzen on if there is any word on Naruto. Lord Third. Before Kakashi could finish his sentence, a Chunin answered, "No, Kakashi, we haven't found the Nine Tails. Every day you come in here and you ask the same question. Why do you even care about that brat?" Kakashi stayed silent, and then he looked up. "His name is Naruto." The Chunin laughs. "Do you think I care? That boy is a burden to this village." Kakashi gets angry. He says, "He was an asset to this village. He was a child who wasn't loved, a boy who grew up with no one. He made a mistake, and what did you do? You tried to kill him. You treated him like a monster. That's enough, Kakashi!" Hiruzen shouts loudly. "I understand. You just want and hope that Naruto is okay. And truly, I understand, and I am deeply sorry." Kakashi snaps, says, "No, Lord Third. You're only sorry because you lost your quote-unquote weapon. The thing that took my sensei and his wife. You didn't care for Naruto. None of you did. Whether you like it or not, I'm going to find Naruto." Hiruzen stops him and says, "Actually, you can't, Kakashi. You have a team that you need to be the Jonin for. It's Team 7. Kakashi isn't shocked. He nods his head and proceeds to leave after hearing he's assigned to Team 7. Kakashi gets past the door and steps a couple feet away and almost has a breakdown. "Naruto, wherever you are, please be safe. I'll find you one day." Kakashi soon walks away with his mask, a bit soaked in tears. Back at the academy, we meet our Team 7. Sasuke, the man that would be replacing Naruto. Random side character getting number 1. And Trash Can. Shoot, I read that wrong. My bad. I meant Sakura Haruno. Honestly, I just hate part 1 Sakura and later half of Shippuden Sakura, seeing as they do absolutely nothing. But first half of Shippuden Sakura and the last Sakura, I actually don't hate. So Sakura, Sasuke, and Arjun. That is what we're going to call Random Guinea number 1 for short. So I don't have to say Random Guinea all the time. Are posted up at the academy, waiting for Kakashi. Ugh. Where's that Jonin? You should have been here an hour ago. Sasuke says. You said it. I heard we got Kakashi Hatake, the copy ninja. The Random Guinea responds. Sakura chimes in with, yeah, I heard about that too. How cool do you think he's gonna be, Sasuke? Sakura pays no mind to Arjun, while in her head she continuously recites, once this is over, I'm gonna ask Sasuke to go on a date with me. Sasuke doesn't respond though, and instead, Arjun responds with, I heard he's copied over 1,000 jutsu, so pretty awesome if I do say so myself. Sakura turns around slowly and says, but was I talking to you though? Arjun sits up and tells her that Sasuke wasn't going to respond anyway, so he did it for him. Sakura then gets angry, proceeds to get angry, and then say stuff like, oh, Sasuke doesn't need a translator, and then he can speak for himself, and then she ends it off with the most hypocritical thing ever. Right, Sasuke? The Guinea laughs and says, didn't you just say that Sasuke doesn't need a translator? He ends it off with, and if you think Sasuke will ever date you, you got another thing coming. You got another thing coming. You can't even wear your forehead protector properly to cover your giant ass forehead. That one instantly shut Sakura up. And she went to sit down until Kakashi got there. Sasuke even let out a little chuckle. Kakashi soon arrives and gives his deductions and says, As for my first impression on this class, I'm indifferent toward all of you. But it looks like the emo one will be the only one to pass. Saying a slight joke and getting a chuckle out of Arjun. So they meet on the roof and they do their little speech thing, you know, with the entire, oh, my dream, what you like, what you don't like, all that. And everything is still normal. Sasuke still wants to kill Itachi, and Sakura still wants to meet Rod Sasuke. There's no difference. Except for when it comes to Arjun. Now, Arjun is different. He doesn't want to be the Hokage. He's actually different on a lot of things. He says, my name is Arjun, random clan that I'm not going to give him. I like pork bowls. I dislike people with huge egos. And my dream is to become a top-ranking Anbu, like you, Kakashi, and Itachi. Hearing the name Itachi made Sasuke jerk a little bit. Arjun noticed this, but he didn't say anything. Off. The kid clearly looked up to Kakashi, and Kakashi took note of this right away. They end up getting recommended for the bell test, and are told not to eat breakfast, or they'll puke. They arrive the next day for the bell test, and Kakashi gets there even later than normal, because he went out searching for Naruto that night and slept late. Now, the thing is, Kakashi didn't encounter the black cat. He just overslept. So, he pretty much arrives about 10-20 minutes later than he did in the original series. But that's not really important. I just clarify that. Well, the bell test begins, and just as normal, as I said, Arjun is replacing Naruto. So, he pretty much does exactly what Naruto does, just a bit more calculated. But this time around, he actually gets Sasuke to work with him. So it all pretty much ends up going the same other than that. And this time around, Sakura gets tied up to the stump. It wouldn't be Arjun. And the random Genin and Sasuke actually get to eat. They end up having to feed Sakura against what RJ continuously says to Sasuke. But he soon complies and tries to feed Sakura too. Kakashi pops up in front of them, ready to end their ninja careers before they even started. And they soon tell Kakashi exactly what they said in the anime. That we're a team, and that they needed Sakura to be at full strength, even though they know she wasn't going to do nothing. Kakashi passes them, and they all go home ready for their first missions, which are going to be catching cats and stuff. I'm not sure what I'm going to do Zabuza yet. Now, you're probably worried about Naruto, right? Well, let's go check on the little homie. In the forest village, water drips down from what it looks like a ceiling. But turns out it's just Naruto doing two-handed push-ups. The two-handed push-ups on a handstand. 98, 99, 100. A feminine voice yells out. Naruto falls on his face and he just breathes. The girl grabs him some water in a cup and hands it to him. Naruto doesn't hesitate and drinks it fast. Shima giggles and says, Naruto, slow down. The cup isn't going anywhere. You're gonna choke. Just as she says that, Naruto starts coughing and hacking. Shima pats him on the back and laughs. I told you so. Naruto comes back to his senses and lays down and says, Shima, I have a question. Do you guys have a ranking system or something? Maybe an academy? Shima responds with, yes, we do, but with you being the reincarnation of Ashura, she didn't really say that, you have already passed all that, and you just need to take an exam to become a Genin by facing 3 of our gate guardians that have face paint, but you don't. Naruto then says, this face paint that you guys keep talking about, why have I never had it on my face? Shima can't answer that question yet. But soon enough, one of the elders come in and tell Naruto that it's time for his Genin exam. Naruto gets dressed and is escorted to a Roman-style arena where he has to take his exam. The announcer tells everyone in attendance about the rules of the fight. Naruto Uzumaki will be placed against 3 gate guardians who have the power of natural energy for this fight. Naruto, on the other end, will only be able to use ninjutsu and any other sources on his person, such as kunai, shuriken, maybe a sword if he has one, and it wasn't specified, but Kurama. And there will be no cheating allowed, and he has to beat this in order to be promoted to a Genin. Now, with that being said, let the test begin. Everyone in the crowd cheers for Naruto as the soldiers come out one by one. Naruto starts out by throwing multiple kunai, which are blocked by shields in this time. In this timeline, Naruto is significantly stronger than his Part 1 counterpart. At base, he's around, I'd say Naruto after the Gaara rescue arc. Just to keep him nerfed a little bit. I could have easily said KCM too, but no, that's just unrealistic. But he's this strong because he wants to be ready for when either the Indra reincarnation comes or when Black Zetsu comes to square up again. Naruto uses a clone to square up one of the shield guys. He breaks his shield and he also punches him right in the face. The other guys put their shields up, only for Naruto to yell, Wind style, Gale Palm! Naruto shatters another shield and sends the guy flying back. The crowd is rowdy and cheering for Naruto all the way. Naruto keeps going and tries to fight the other one, but this one is very skilled in taijutsu, and he keeps up with Naruto and predicts his every move. Naruto missteps and get open palm dead in his nose as punishment for his mistake. Naruto goes flying back, and he doesn't move too much. Everyone thinks that Naruto failed, but it turns out that Naruto was just asking Kurama for chakra. Because by this point, Kurama felt bad for Naruto. So he supported Naruto in everything he did. So they built a good bond. And although Kurama hasn't told Naruto his name, he still trusts him enough to give him chakra and have multiple conversations with him. So yeah. Naruto slowly starts to pull himself up as a dark orange chakra swirls around Naruto. The crowd goes absolutely insane and they start chanting, Naruto, Naruto, Naruto. Naruto says to the guy, try and predict this one. Naruto holds back a bit so he doesn't kill the guy, but I'm gonna just tell you now, Naruto beat the brakes off good homie. He soon beat him so bad to a point where he passed out, and Naruto stood over all of the bodies that he had accumulated and raised his hand high, and the head of Kurama showing up like it did versus Haku. Naruto stood over them as a newly announced Genin. And that's where I'm going to end this part. Thank you guys for watching very much. Again, thank you for 31 subscribers. And yeah, hit that like and subscribe button. Write down the outro so you know this is just off the top of the dome. And I will catch you guys next time. Peace out.